January 22nd, 2025, I completed the 75 Hard Challenge. And in today's video, I want to go over what the challenge is, why I did it, the lessons that it taught me, and if I think it's good for you. And the reason that I'm making this video is so that I can share my personal experience of the challenge, of the program, and hopefully provide you some insights if you're thinking about doing this in 2025 as a way to get your act together. Then I'm hoping by the end of this video that you'll have a better understanding of my experience and if it's something that you want to do. This is a mental toughness challenge created by serial entrepreneur Andy Frisella, and the whole point of the program is to do something really challenging for 75 days. A lot of people think this is a fitness program, but it's really not. It's a mental toughness program, and I'm going to get more into that later on in this video. But just a quick overview, 75 Hard. Every day for 75 days, you have to hit 2 workouts, in which one of them must be outside. You have to follow a strict diet, no cheat meals, no alcohol, no mind-altering substances that take away from the mental toughness aspect. You have to drink a gallon of water. In Canada, that's just under 4 liters. Read 10 pages of a nonfiction book. Take a progress photo, and you have to do that every single day, no exceptions, for 75 days. You can't make any concessions throughout the program. The whole point is once you decide, you stick to it for 75 days. And the reason that I did this challenge, the reason I did this program was because I got to a point in the fall where I just wanted more out of myself. I walk around my entire life and I've been the 75, 80% guy, or the good enough guy, for lack of a better word. I'd hit a workout and I'm like, good enough. I tidy up something in my house, good enough. And I was finding that my habits and my behaviors and the choices that I were making were out of alignment with the type of man and the type of company that I want to build. I felt that there was a disconnect between, hey, I want to build this big company, I want to build a big coaching company, build a following on YouTube, but how I was behaving was not the type of person that creates that level of success due to a couple of things. Discipline, allowing my emotions to own me. There's a variety of reasons. So I wanted to do the program not only just to prove to myself that I can do it, but it was about who do I become in the process. It's about becoming somebody that is disciplined. It is becoming somebody that has mental toughness. It is becoming the person that can get it done even when life is chaotic. And the reason that this also applies to other aspects of life is I want to be a dad someday. And when I'm hitting 2, 3, 4 hours of sleep and the baby's crying and there's things happening and there's work, having the confidence in myself that, hey, I know that no matter what, I can get it done is a trait that I want to have installed in my body. Not just this theoretical, I think I can get it done. I'm 100% certain that no matter what, I'm the kind of guy that can get it done when life gets busy. And I'm somebody that I've lacked self-confidence and self-belief in the past. So doing this program was by the end of it, my hope is that I was going to feel very powerful and very confident. And I can admit that after completing the program, it is the most confident and the most powerful I've felt in my entire life. And I chose to do this program in the dark winters of the Pacific Northwest here in Canada. So we have very limited amounts of daylight, a lot of rain, a lot of darkness here in the mountains. So just to add to the toughness, a lot of the walks that I were doing were in the rain, they were in the dark cold. And it was just overall a really hard time to do this program because we only have daylight from 9 a.m. till about 4:30 all winter long. So I made it extra challenging for myself to do it at this time of the year. But it doesn't really matter if you choose to do it in the summer. It's still going to be hard. It's going to be an emotional roller coaster, up and down and up and down. Some days you're going to love it. Other days you're going to be like, why in the heck did I do this in the first place? So that was my defining why behind 75 Hard, why I wanted to do it. And I would love to talk to you about what it taught me about myself. And I remember day 3, I was hit with a whole bunch of resistance. And it was really, really hard. It was day 3 and I'm like, oh my God, why am I doing this? So instantly I was hit with how easily I can give up on things. I'm day 3 and I was already regretting doing the whole program in the first place. I was exhausted. I was frustrated, hit with a whole bunch of resistance. And I realized, hey, wow, this is something about myself. I give up really easy. And I actually had a mentor reflect this back to me at some point about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. He said, hey, when things get hard, like, you shut down. And this program really helped me break through that because I had to, right? I had to know what it felt like to break through and keep going when I don't want to. That's a really valuable trait, in my opinion. The other thing that the program taught me was how unorganized I was. Because for this program to really work, you have to get organized. Because there's been days where I'm an hour drive away into the city of Vancouver, there's things happening, I'm doing stuff, and if you don't plan where you're going to eat your food, because you can't just eat anywhere, I was eating 100% whole food diet, I had to figure out, where can I get food? I had to figure out, all right, when am I going to hit my workouts? Because what happens is, if you don't plan, what ends up happening is you go live your day, you come back at 7, 8 o'clock at night, and you're like, oh my God, I've got 3 liters of water to consume. I haven't hit my workouts today that I have to read 10 pages. So next thing you know, it's 8:30 at night. I'm going out for a walk. I come back. I hit like a 45-minute mobility routine. And I'm chugging water the whole time. And I'm like, it's like 10:30 and I'm exhausted. And then, not to mention the poor planning, now I'm waking up to go to the bathroom 3 times that night because I've just consumed most of my water in the end of the day. So it really forced me to get organized and start planning, especially around, I was traveling over the holidays. So I had to really think, where am I going to get food? What am I going to pack? What am I going to bring? I was getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning so I could go outside for my walk so then I could get my flight. And then when I'm on my layover, it's like, okay, where am I going to go for my 45-minute indoor exercise, which I was doing in the airport. And the whole point of the program is, no matter what, you got to get it done. Doesn't matter if you're sick, which I got sick twice in the entire program. One of them I had a fever of 103, and I was going for a walk outside in -14 with a fever and bronchitis. By the way, full disclaimer, I would never do that outside of the context of this program. That would be really dumb. That totally goes against any health advice, and I probably would have recovered quicker if I didn't do that. But I knew I wanted to get the program done, so I couldn't quit. Didn't want to start over. And so yeah, organization was a huge thing that it taught me. And what was really powerful is that it started bleeding over into other areas of my life. I started having a desire to clean out my closet, to get more organized in my office here, get more organized in the garage. It's like the overall bar, the standard for myself, completely raised from doing this program. And I just feel a lot more organized in almost every aspect of my life at this point. It also taught me about the power of nutrition. When you remove all of the processed foods, all of the extra sugar, all of the extra whatever, you don't realize how much mental clarity emerges as a result of eating really high quality food. It was unbelievable. I realized when I'm like, oh my God, I'm hungry. And I kind of became conscious of all the ways that I was grabbing snacks at the grocery store, and some candy here, some chips there, grab a piece of toast there, grab a donut here. And it just became crystal clear that I wasn't properly fueling my body on a consistent basis with high quality, healthy, protein rich, and nutrient dense foods. And one thing that came of that is improved sleep, mental clarity. Ideas would just come to me from a work perspective. I was sharper cognitively. I was sleeping well. I already said that. And I was recovering really well from my workouts. I've never had so little muscle soreness from training, from running, from biking, from hiking, all of the things that I've been doing, because it's 2 workouts a day. I was recovering extremely well. So that was one thing that the program taught me, was really around the power of nutrition. And I know that we all know this theoretically, but to put it in practice and have the experience of feeling better is really powerful. That's worth it alone just to do that. And then the last lesson that it taught me was around confidence. It was really cool for the first time in my life to really feel confident. Not like affirmations, I'm confident. The idea that we can feel bulletproof and hey, I'm the kind of guy that can get it done. Having that confidence, now it's adding to my resume. like I'm the kind of guy that did 75 hard. Like it's kind of badass, if you know what I mean. So even if you just want to be able to walk through the world knowing that you're the kind of cool guy that got it done, even if just for your own ego, for your own internal experience, it's really, really dope. So I think those are the four main things that it taught me. Overall, if you're thinking about doing this program, I would just ask yourself why. You know, if you're doing it as a weight loss thing, I would recommend not doing it because it's not really sustainable. And if you're already not necessarily in the best shape, you're just going to run into a lot of pain physically. It's just a really busy, really physically demanding program, and it's not supposed to be. I mean, it's supposed to be, but it's supposed to be around the mental toughness aspect of the program. So if you feel like you need to be more disciplined, if you feel like you need to get your act together, then I 100% think you should do 75 hard. But I think you should do it with the intention to do the program, not try the program. Andy Frisella says there's two types of people. There's people that say, I'm going to try 75 hard. And then he said, then there's the people that say, I'm going to do 75 hard. I don't care if the world is ending. I'm going to finish the program. And that was the mentality that I came in with to 75 hard. And you don't have to do this, but I also added some external accountability on top of the program. And I brought in a friend and he was my accountability partner. And I told him, hey man, if I fail, like I'm going to give $1,000 to somewhere that I don't want to give $1,000 to. Like I'm going to donate to some organization I don't like because I am doing this program no matter what. And you don't have to do that. That's not part of the program. But it is a really great way that if you really want to challenge yourself and give yourself a no-fail scenario, then you can add some levels of accountability like that. So that's it for today's video. If you want to do 75 hard, give it a shot. Just remember to be organized, get planning, because it will really benefit you in the dog days of the program when you're just organized, you're optimized, you've got the food that you need, you know where you need to be, and you know what you need to be doing, you've got the right water bottles, so whatever that you need to do, but get organized because it's going to make the program a whole lot better. So if you have any questions about 75 hard, drop it in the comments down below. Happy to answer them. You can also DM me on Instagram. Happy to have a bit of a chat about what went well, what didn't go well, if you're thinking about starting the program. But I recommend do some research, get organized. Don't just jump straight in like I did, because you're going to get hit with a whole bunch of resistance and you're going to notice how unorganized you are. So thank you so much for watching the video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.